Hello everybody, welcome to another random video. This is going to be about cartridge stands, and if anybody's interested to learn how to display your cartridges, I mean, just do it however you want to. But this is how I have it set up as of recording this video. I have it on these Lego stands, which works pretty well. I mean, these slide right into these pieces. It works nicely. I've got enough Lego parts for it. But it's not that practical. If I do end up getting more games, I'll run out of Lego pieces. And for NES, I just have them in this, like, clear, whatever plastic kind of casing, which, yeah, there's only 2 more NES games I can fit back here, which that's not enough. I'll need some more space back there, but, I mean, NES games are just so big, even if I did make these, like, stands for them, I mean, they would they take up all the space. Could probably fit like 3 games. So I've kind of been doing my little measurements on these games, and I'm trying to think about how to make a wooden stand to hold all the games. So yeah, I don't really know where to go with this video. It's gonna span over several days probably. So yeah, this is, I guess, part 1 of it. Yeah. I'll see you in the next part, I guess. Okay, the next part is literally a couple seconds after that first part. So, I'm trying to decide, first of all, how wide I'd like to make it. So, the widest part would be these 4 NES games. SNES games are a little large, so I can only hold 3 at the moment, but I only have 3 right now, so we'll be fine. But it seems to be about 19 inches if holding 4 of these. I could make it a little bigger since I've got enough space on this shelf. If we measure it, goes to about 26. So I could hold a few more if this is 19. Maybe 2 more. I mean, it can hang off just a little bit. It'll have enough space. So I'm just trying to think how wide it should be. I might do that. I'll measure how long that would be. So this is currently my entire cartridge collection besides NES. I still have a bunch of NES, but all the SNES and N64 stuff is on my floor, so I can't really get a full look at how big they are, but N64 seems to be about the same size as NES, so that'll be easy to measure. SNES seems to be a little wider. I could probably just take 1 off and make it 5 wide, since, let's see how to measure that. Hold on. Okay. If we look at it about there, it's about 23.5, and that'll fit on the shelf perfectly. Can hold 5 NES games, 5 N64 games, and seems to be about 4 Super Nintendo games, and that seems to be about the perfect length. So I'll just try to go with that size. Okay, I also thought to do it like this. I could have 2 rows of NES, 2 rows of N64, and 2 rows of SNES. But that seems to, it goes to about 29 and like a 16th. So I think that'd be too big since my shelf can only hold up to 26. If I take 1 off of there, or I mean I could take a NES off of there. Let's see here. Haven't tested that yet, because I'm probably gonna have more SNES games than NES. It just makes sense. That would be about 24.5, it seems. I may just end up making it up to 26, just the size of the shelf, just so I can do whatever configuration I'd like to with these guys. I mean, I could just not do NES at all, because I think the spines on these guys look pretty good too. I mean, these ones don't even have spines, and these are just like green. I don't like the spines on those, but for NES spines, I think they look fine. I could just display them like this, and then have more space for NES and SNES, or N64 and SNES. I think that's probably how I might do it. Just make it 26 and go from there, and see how much space I have on the shelf. I think that would probably be the best option. And also what I'm thinking about is making it 2 parts, probably, because having it the full 26 inches, that's pretty big, and if I wanted to put it anywhere else, that's pretty hard to just move it around with that huge area. So I'm thinking of making splitting it down the middle, 13 inches, 13 inches, probably something like that. And then I can probably push them together and have some sort of way to connect them pretty easily. Instead of just making it that huge piece of wood, which that's probably kind of ridiculous. And I'm sure it'd be fine just to have them just sitting right next to each other. I'm sure pieces of wood aren't gonna slide around too much. Alright, so I didn't take too many photos and I didn't record anything of the cutting stuff, but basically what I did was cut out each tier or level, whichever, to set each cartridge on about a little under an inch tall. There's putting the little front end on there so they don't fall off, and there's me extending it more. It took a lot of glue and a lot of screws, but I think it turned out pretty nice. Okay, so here's what it looks like. I kind of skipped through some steps. I mean, well, not that, but I didn't record much of what I did. I mean, I took photos, which I'll probably throw into the video, but this is kind of what it looks like for now. It's two of these same exact things, which I'll kind of go around here. You can see how they're made, I guess. But yeah, for now, I got like a cardboard box holding this one up, which, you know, that's not the strongest thing, but whatever. Eventually I'll make them both the same size. This is two of them. I'll eventually make them both up to 10 and be able to probably fill this whole shelf with this cartridge stand. But I think they work great so far. I've got these little barriers, used wood glue to hold them in there, bunch of screws throughout this whole thing. Eventually when I'm completely done with it, I'll put like siding on it, that just one thin little piece that kind of goes up all the way. That's probably the easiest way to do it. But yeah, it holds everything pretty well. Nothing really wobbles around too much. On some of these I ran out of these parts, so I'm gonna have to probably buy some more. But yeah, because these levels don't have them, and then up here doesn't have them, and eventually I'd like to make them really tall, but I don't have enough wood for that right now. But yeah, I kind of used all this scrap wood and was able to make two of the same thing, so this should be able to hold quite a few cartridges. And yeah, that's kind of what it looks like now. Nothing really falls off anymore. Well, not like they really did on these, but this is much stronger, I'd say. These ones, even up here, it's like these don't have the barriers yet, but still, that's not that bad. I can just pop it right back up. And on the side, I mean, I'll eventually put the siding on there, but for now these screws actually hold them in place, and the ones without screws, it doesn't. But I'm sure they're not going to just, you know, hop off the shelf. But yeah, it's kind of what it looks like for now. So yeah, thank you for kind of watching this little series. I thought it'd take a lot longer to do this, but it actually took like just a full day. I mean, yesterday I was kind of in the basement all day kind of working on this, so yeah, I think it looks great. You let me know what you think, and yeah, goodbye.